Hey.
Hey,
Hello, Tanya.
hello. How are you, Keela B?
Girl, I'm just lovely. How about yourself?
Good. I can't keep up the accent like you can.
Look, I've been doing it for so many years.
I know. I know. Well, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you too.
Thank
How's
you.
how's everything been going?
Pretty good. No complaints.
That's
Nice
good.
Sunday. What about you?
Girl, same. Just the weather is mild. I'm glad we still haven't had any crazy snow, which it actually was supposed to snow. So
I missed that.
yeah, so I'm glad that it didn't because I don't want to be bothered with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know that's real. I had no idea. I'm just in shock when I step outside, and I just dismiss it as being, oh, it's Michigan, because unless someone
That's
tells me, I don't know what's going on out there.
girl, I just can't stand it. I don't like driving in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Y'all, I'll be paranoid. I am one of them people that would put my hazards on and be like, you know, and they probably be like, no, but on a nice hot summer day, I'm doing 85. But and that other stuff, I'm driving like Little Miss
I
Daisy.
know. People go by you and be like, "What? She not 85?"
Right. And I know. If they could I know when they look at me, they be like, this girl crazy.
Uh-huh.
So today, everybody, we are literally going to be talking about detoxing the body, meditation, Zen meditation, or just meditation, period. Because if you saw what the icebreaker question was, then I really would love some comments on that. We already have put some recipes in the chat for anybody who want to see those. From a couple of detoxing recipes, a soup and a detox salad. Tanya have some other methods of detoxing too. So we looking forward to that. And Tanya, where are we going
Wow,
today?
we're going all the way
We're
there.
going all the way there.
Yes, we are.
Where are we going today? All the way there. Let's go. Tanya, I did not know you were dancing back there either. I just was looking down like, hey.
Oh, you saw I'm going to say that.
Hey, we be having our off the screen dance show. So the topic today. Hey Crystal, hey mom.
Hey, Crystal. Hey,
And
Sam.
I see Mama Donna is watching today. Hello to you too. I want the podcast topic today, the icebreaker. Hey Ann, how are you? Is and let me
And
read
I'm
it.
not
Is
being rude. I don't see what Keela sees.
yeah,
So,
she don't get to see because I'm watching from two different places, so she don't get to see you until you comment. I get to see who comes in and out the room. So the podcast topic today, let me find it, is do you think
but that's
that
the
the
icebreaker.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Thank
Hmm.
you, Tanya. Why do I do this every week? We've been doing this long enough for me to get that word right. I don't, and I do it every single week. It's crazy. I'm gonna get it right one day and surprise
Not
everybody.
every week, Keela, but you're good.
Almost. So listen, is the Buddhist concept of Zen compatible with the Christian faith? What do you guys think? I want to hear your comments. My
Mm.
mom had a pretty interesting one today.
Oh, is it too much to type? Because I know it was a good one.
It might be a little too much to type, but she can narrow it down.
Okay.
What do you think, Crystal and Ann? And I'll say it again. Is the Buddhist concept of Zen compatible with the Christian faith? How do you feel? And I mean, everybody is not Christian, everybody is not a Buddhist, but there are the reason why that question came up. There are quite a few Christians who feel like you shouldn't be doing yoga or, zenning out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They don't think you should be doing that. Yeah, they don't think you should be doing that. So how do you guys feel about Tanya? How you feel?
Yeah, okay. So when you asked that, Kayla, I'm like, wow, I did yoga for so many years, hot yoga. It was used to be
Okay.
rec room, but now it's Thrive Hot Yoga, and I really want to get back to it. And
Okay.
and during that class, I don't remember the instructor, and there were some awesome instructors pushing anything on us as far as Buddhism. Is that how you say it? Or
Yes.
any of that. The only thing I remember them doing at the end is saying namaste, and that was it. I don't remember
Okay.
them telling us that we have to practice a certain thing. I just know that they spoke positivity the whole entire time. Like, who wants to be in a room that's 115 degrees?
Nobody.
I love it though. I
I
love.
don't know how you did it, girl. I would have passed out, but I'm sure you lost a lot of weight with that.
Yeah, I did. And I mean, I couldn't do all 26 poses, but I was there and they were encouraging. And they would say things, but I never took it as them trying to push their religion over on me. So, with that being said, I don't think it's a big conflict at all.
Okay. Which is very interesting because our topic is also about detoxing, and that hot room will make you detox.
Girl, sweat was dripping from everywhere.
Yeah, that's actually I've never done hot yoga, and
Okay,
I would have to put my hair up. Girl, you see it's frizzy now and it ain't even nothing going on outside.
so,
So I can't imagine.
girl, I mean, you sweat buckets. So, one reason I quit is because before I had my hair natural. Did I tell you this? And if Nicole Irie is out there, I'm not trying to diss you, but I think I told you guys. This is just so off the topic, but we got time. When she came out with that gym wrap, and I was all excited.
I love that gym wrap.
You do, Kayla. Don't wear it to hot
Yes.
yoga. Do not.
Okay.
To,
But there is a science to that though. And Tanya, your hair is super thick. So if your hair do not completely dry before you take that band off,
it wouldn't. Let me tell you how it didn't matter. So it's been about 10 years since I had a touch up any like a perm, and so I was still like getting my hair flat ironed. And I was watching her infomercial. I was like, "Oh yes, girl, I could do this and do that." So I wrap my hair up. I used to better just wrap it up. Woo, woo, woo.
right?
Put that her gym wrap on there. Went to high yoga. I was so geeked. And I did this before I went to work. It was like a 5:30 a.m. class. Got
Okay.
home, got dressed, whatever. I still had it on because I was gonna let that wick away the sweat, let it dry a little. Took the hat off, and like the ends of my hair, they were like straight. So I was like, oh, I was like, she onto something. Girl shook that down and was like, it was,
It was a big hole like in the middle.
I got the comb and it was like, girl, I called off. Call me vain, but I couldn't even go to work because there was nothing I could do with my hair. I didn't know how to flat iron my own hair. It was awful, Keela. It was
as much as I do complain about my really fine hair, that is one of the advantages to having fine hair because it dries really fast. You know what I'm saying? So like if I put that gym wrap on, by the time I'm driving in the car and holding my head out the window or whatever, it's pretty much I can just comb it down and keep on going. So but you with thick hair, it's a wrap for y'all. Like Angel, no.
It's a wrap. Angel, don't do it. Don't do it.
So what did Mother Doris say, Tanya?
She said, no, I don't think it's comparable or comparable. Not sure what Zen is, but I know that Buddhist does chanting. Christians totally focus on God Almighty. Oh, okay. I don't remember doing any chanting, though. We didn't chant in my yoga class. So is that Zen that you chant?
So that's the thing. So which we're going to learn about today. There are different methods to Zen meditation. And some of them do chant. But the majority of them do not. Like I was talking to my mother earlier, I was like, which was a very interesting thing because if you never researched it and that's your perspective, that's what you would think, right? But I started only doing more research because I started doing it and I knew people had a conflict with it and I wanted to see what exactly am I doing. I'm not about to be conjuring up no spirits or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I was telling my mom today, I was like, when you really think of the chanting, even though I have never done the chanting when I've done meditation, I wonder, is that what people look at us when we're speaking in tongues? You know what I'm saying? That could be like a chant, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, I can see that.
So I guess it's just a matter of what your faith is and what you believe. Now, since I've learned about Zen, before I would have probably said exactly what my mother said. But since I have learned about it and started doing it myself, because Zen is about clearing your mind,
Hmm.
focusing on um the positivity, like you said in your yoga class.
Hmm.
And we as Christians, we want to clear our mind, we want to stay positive, we pray, they meditate. Everything is about removing the negative energy, right?
Okay.
So I feel
Mhm.
like it is a compatible when it comes to those things alike. They do not Zen does not necessarily mean their religion part of it. It's just a part of the practice that they do to free the negative energy, keep your mind focused on on positive thoughts. And some parts of Zen, they even chant, like my mother say, a mantra. So like say Tanya may be saying, and I'm just going to make up something off the top of my head because this is not something people do, but what it said is they may chant a mantra. So I believe that life is good. They focus on that the whole time that I believe that life is good. I believe that life is good. They do that.
Kind of like when
So
we do our confessions as Christians.
basically,
Okay.
it's the same.
Okay.
So it's the same. So that's why when I thought about that question, I was like, "Oh, this is pretty interesting." Because the more I was reading up on it, we really don't have that much of a difference if you take the religion part out of it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Except be as far as who we believe in. And say not familiar with Zen meditation.
Is then
So,
also the one too? I'm sorry, Keela, but now I'm thinking. I remember because this was like Zen was popular, really popular, like a few years ago when people
mhm.
were like rearranging their furniture so that sun would face
Yes,
the east. And okay,
yes.
okay,
But I think that's the religion part of it though.
okay, okay.
You know what I mean? Because I
Mhm.
actually have some coworkers who literally have to go at exactly the same time every day, and they have to be in certain parts of the building, and that's the religion part of it.
Okay. I
So
think the
I don't.
Muslims, because don't they have to do pray? The Muslims pray.
Yes,
Okay. Hmm.
yes, they do.
Interesting. Interesting.
Toward and I don't know how that works, so I don't even want to get off into making up nothing. But I do know that they go to different parts of the building and pray towards different areas or whatever. But we so for 2022, we have decided that Catch the Vision was going to be the theme for the month. And Tanya got her vision board up. I see it. Mine is in here. You guys can't see mine in the background. I probably should get fancy like Tanya and hang mine up. But um,
Let me just say, I hung it up because I didn't finish it when I was supposed to.
mm-hmm.
So that's why, because you guys were flashing yours. I was like, I'm going to prove to them that I can finish what I start.
Right,
I finished
exactly.
it, but it's coming down today. I'm sure nobody wants to look at this every day.
Well, it's sure for the month of January. I think it's great. So my mother, I looked it up. Buddhist does not believe in any. Well, right. That's why I said it's not a part of the religion part. So we're doing the Zen meditation, which is not a part of their religion part. It's just a practice that they do for the positive energy. So when you get off into what they believe, then we're on a whole different, that's something else. Everybody believe whatever they want to believe. I am a person who, even though I am a spiritual person as far as what I believe in, as far as God concerned,
Hmm.
I still am a person who is open to hearing what other religions have to say. I'm one of those people. So I feel like I can kind of learn a little bit. I'm not a closed person, like, because that meditation part for me is I will adopt that part. I like that part of it. But also it's not the religion part of it. So, like I was saying, we talked about vision boards. We talked about money, getting your money right for the year. And then we want to get our bodies in order. We want to get our minds in order. And this is could be a part of self-care. Well, this is a part of self-care, but let's start the year off right. So we want to detox. We want to start meditating, staying focused. I don't know if anybody saw a post that I put up today. I literally was trying to sit down and take notes for this podcast today, and I was all over the place, like literally in the middle of me taking notes. I was like, I wonder should I go order those leggings from Sam Club? Why am I even thinking about Sam's Club? Like I don't even know. I'm just saying like it was weird. And then that was a real question about that name, Cassie. I had saw this name Cassie 3 times in one day, and I was like, I wonder what the meaning of that name is. Why do I keep seeing that name pop up? So I went and Googled it.
Wait, okay, but now you're talking about this. So every week at work, before we start, we have to give like our word for the week. And I'm there with you because my mind was like all over the place, and I couldn't say all over the place was my word. So I did hashtag reflective squirrel. You know how squirrels be everywhere?
Yes. No, seriously.
I was a reflective squirrel last week because I'm telling you, they were talking. I don't know what they were talking about. So they were like, Tanya. I'm like, what? I'm sorry. Can you say
I got which I'm so glad to know
that other 10 minutes ago. I mean, it was awful.
So I'm glad other people deal with this because my mother was like, that's normal. I'm really like, I think I got ADHD. You know what I'm saying? Because it's bad. And Tanya, we have an inside joke. That we'll do it on purpose with each other because we know it's the inside joke. But if I'm not paying attention to what you're saying and I'm trying to let you know I'm not paying attention, we'd be like, squirrel. You know what I'm saying? So we'll start laughing about it. That's kind of like me and him inside joke or whatever. So it's like, and if I'm saying something and he'd be like squirrel, and I'm like, you know what, whatever. Okay, don't pay. Right. Okay, we're done with that conversation. So you advise on your post, Angel keeps you focused. Yes, she does, Crystal. A lot. My daughter in the middle of me. Okay, so I can have like 10 conversations in one conversation, if that makes sense. And so Angel will say, Mom, go back and finish what you were just about to say. And I'm like, oh yeah. So like I was saying, blah, 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 blah. And then she'd be like, okay, now what were you about to say? So she does keep me focused a lot, Crystal. That's why I was like, maybe I'm not diagnosed yet because
you're completely normal. You're completely normal. And thank you, Crystal and Doris Graham, for liking my board. Thank you.
Yeah. And so my mom called me this morning and was like, nothing is wrong with you. You're normal. I'm like, okay, Mom, that's enough. That's all I need. My mother said I was normal, and that's all that matters.
That's all the confirmation you need. I mean, because as long as you get stuff done.
I get it done. It'd be taking me forever. I take a lot of trails that I shouldn't need to. Like I'm over here looking at flowers, knowing this need to be done by 6, but I'll get it done. So let's talk about exactly what is Zen. Zen is a practice of meditation, right?
Okay.
And this is how it originated. The Japanese for Zen is from the Chinese for Chan, which in turn comes from the Hindu dhyana.
That's just a lot. Let's just
say it is. Meditation. They just transferred. And the form of yoga through meditation, basically. What it is. It's meditation. And so what the Zen practice does is it often involves keeping the this is what you do to do Zen. It involves keeping the eyes semi-open, which is something I didn't know. And it says, but many people completely close their eyes. I completely close my eyes. I didn't know. I don't know how they would be able to focus semi-open eyes. Girl, I would be looking at everything.
Girl, anyway. Yes.
I can't do that. And then it says, but what it's supposed to do is dismiss any thought to help you dismiss any thoughts that pop in your head. It's a breathing exercise that you do along with it. You are kind of inhaling, exhaling. And I noticed at the end of our workout sometime with Tiffany, she will have us do that for about 5 minutes at the end of a workout. And that's how I really started like, this is great. I'll just kind of tune out a little bit, even though the dog be all over the place. But I liked how that made me feel at the end of that workout. So just like anything else, you have to practice staying focused.
That's
Yes,
true.
you do.
That's
Because I'm just like all over the place.
true.
So it helps people lower their cases of anxiety, depression. Um, it says it helps give you a greater degree of self-control, and it's also known to increase cognitive function. So I
Yeah,
can
it's
see
just
that.
done right because I could see if you get quiet, you might only think about what's not right, you know? So
Right.
how do you
And
flush
so
out everything else though?
that
That's
is
the
so
part.
when those thoughts come, you are supposed to replace those thoughts with positive ones. So when you get those negative thoughts, the idea of the Zen is to replace those thoughts with a positive thought.
And that's
And
probably where that chanting comes in, and that's why Doris Graham don't like it.
probably, but we'll just start speaking in tongues then. No, whatever gets the job done.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Okay. And then tell you what, I know you had a couple of pointers too, but then I'll talk about the different types. I'm just gonna only talk about the main two different types of Zen.
Well, see, okay, this is where I feel like I didn't quite understand the assignment, but we talked about this before. So I like went through and I was just trying to think about the different ways to like detox and purge. So I was
Okay.
going to like give Tim another shout out because he came on and talked about, purging our debt and get rid of it. So talk to him if you need some more pointers. But I just went through and one of the things that struck me, like, do something really somebody really want to do to like detox or purge, and that's to make a to worry about list. And after I thought about it, I
Make
was
a to worry about list.
make a to worry about list, and you think that's crazy because that's dwelling on the negative. But what it's really going to do is either so you can see it and you could then see what's going on and give you like a real way to deal with it, or it becomes just words on paper that's not that big of a deal after all. I'm like, okay, so you either write it down so you can start writing how you're going to tackle it, or write it down and be like, sure, why am I worried about that anyway? I'm like,
That makes sense.
it makes complete sense. I'm like, okay.
And I love to burn stuff. So I would write it down and I would burn it. Like that's one of my favorite things to make me feel like it's really disappeared. Why that mentally helps me, I don't know. But I will put
I just saw that Waiting to Exhale moment with Bernadine when you said burn it.
not that kind of burn. But I will put it in a grill.
Okay.
And write some things down. Just like when I paid off some bills and all of my stuff came, I threw them boys in the grill and lit that fire. That was like it's final for me. So yeah, that's a good way of thinking of some things. Yeah. And that's a different way of detox because the detox that I put, and if anybody can see them in the chat, was basically like it was a salad detox, a soup detox. And then I also put the pictures up here for those different things. And then I'm going to also talk about the one detox that I absolutely love and will forever do because it works. But I'm just going to show you the pictures too. Now, this was the soup detox that I put up. Okay. And
that looks good.
It looks amazing. And
Where's the meat? Where's the beef?
No meat in a detox soup. You cannot have meat in a detox soup, Tanya. You have to have all things that come from the earth. But it helps. I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell y'all something. These detox soups work. If you and I don't recommend this to do all the time. But if you got a dress that you're trying to fit into by Saturday, eat this all week.
And don't go to work.
But yes, because if you are trying to become more regular, they probably will do a job on you. But I think because I mostly eat like this, they don't affect me, like they used to. But yes, you might want to stay home.
It does.
Now, this is the detox salad, which I eat probably one of these every day. So I used to make them, and then they started making them at Kroger pre-made, and I got a little lazy.
Is that the kale salad? Because I like
Yes,
that
it's like
with
kale
potatoes,
with cabbage, and this one
Brussels
has a
sprouts.
citrus dressing. Yes,
Hmm.
I will do one of those every single day. That's a easy go-to, and I probably should get back to making them because they are not that, they're kind of expensive when you're buying a whole bunch of bags. But and you will get something a little bit more fresh, but these work as well.
Hmm.
I also eat an apple. Apples are natural detoxers too.
Okay.
So I
Yeah,
eat one of those every
fiber.
single morning.
Hmm.
Like on my way to work is part of my protocol, which is weird. Let me tell you how things become a habit. Because when I'm off work, I have to make myself eat an apple. But when I'm working, I automatically grab it and eat it on the way out the door. So we are literally creatures of habit for
Yeah,
real.
we are. Hmm.
And now, one of my favorite let me do the detox water. This is one of the most easiest ways you can detox. This is called a belly slimming detox water. Really, they call them belly slimming detox water, but you can't be doing nothing else wrong either. My thing is the what you put in the water, it helps with your skin, it helps flush out any of the bad things going on in your body. That helps the kidneys, it helps the liver, and it's gonna flush all of those toxins out. Now, I'm not a certified nutritionist, but I've been doing this for long enough to
You
know.
said I'm not certified.
I'm not certified.
But you hoodified, okay? So
I'm hoodified for sure. Look, for sure. But I've been doing this long enough that it's kind of become second nature
hmm.
to me. So like I love the most is cucumber and lemon water. That is my favorite with a little mint
Yeah.
or sometime a little cilantro is my favorite.
Okay.
Um I hardly ever do the berries. I probably should do them more. But I like to eat the stuff after I'm done with the water. And sometimes I don't be wanting to eat those berries after they came out of the water. I don't know why. It could be a mental thing, but I should get more into the berries.
Yeah, I know.
Now, a detox that I live by. We are not making any money off of this, and but I'm gonna share this anyway because I have had my most success weight loss detoxing. My skin is beautiful. I can just feel the stuff just
Toxins
like
leaving.
leaving. I can
Toxins
feel
leaving.
it leaving. And that is the J. Smith 10-day green smoothie cleanse. This thing for me, and I can only go by me, changed my whole entire life. So anytime I need to detox, I go straight back to this book because it works like a charm. Well, I know the recipes by heart now, but before I needed the book every day. But without giving too many details from her book, here's what her smoothies look like. So this would be a day 3, like a handful of spring mixed greens, 2 hands full of spinach, 2 cups of water, and then it'll give you all those things. And this normally will give you your 2 smoothies for the whole entire day.
Mm.
And this big cups, you can break them down to 3, like if you want 3 different meals, but I normally break them down to 2 because I'll have like a salad for lunch or something like that. They work phenomenal. I mean, you want to get some stuff moving and get some stuff flowing, that's just the way to go. But I'm gonna tell you, it could work. Sometimes when people start to detox, they'll say like, "Oh my God, how's your skin looking like that? I've got acne." Well, sometimes the acne comes because the body is trying to flush out some stuff,
Hmm.
and it's coming out in different ways. So we have some comments, Tanya.
Yeah, we do. Because someone said, I love warm lemon water in the morning. Crystal thinks the pictures are colorful and pretty. Hope appetizing too, because that soup, yum, yum. Just make yourself a little meat to go in it anyway. Okay. Out of some ground meat. And Doris Graham says she just started the lemon water in the morning. So yeah,
Yeah.
those are
I
kind.
yeah, I like lemon water.
I do
It's,
too. But you
yeah,
know
at
what?
home though.
I just been drinking water without anything in it. But if it has added benefits without taking away from drinking pure water, then I'll probably start adding something too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The citrus is good. I like lemon water at home. I don't like lemon water out because I don't be knowing what people. I don't know what
No.
people doing in the kitchen. Period. But
No.
those lemons hold bacteria, so I don't be knowing. I'm like, don't bring me lemon.
Yeah, I'm the same way because they sit out there on the counter sometime, and I just envision like my water just sitting there with the lemon just floating in there off kind of germs. I can't do it. I can't.
So, but Tanya, you and I are alike when it comes to that. I just
Mhm.
discovered that when we did had that bathtub conversation. So, you get me.
We get each other.
Um,
Gross.
Tanya, did you had some other detoxing methods? Did
I
you?
do. Now, see, so I went, like I said, that my assignment for this was took a totally different route. So
No,
you
it
did
didn't. I think it works perfect.
and I just went through and found some. Now, two, well, no, I'm gonna say two, maybe three or four places that I went and said spend more time outside. I'm not an outside person at all. I'm good for like I'm
I
give me a window.
love.
Oh, the moon. I can look at the moon at night and the sun through my window during the day, and I'm good. Because during bee season, that's what summer is. And bug
Right.
season, I do not like being outside. But spend more time outside, and I can see that being truthful.
I love the nature
Fresh
trail.
air.
So, and it definitely makes me feel like I'm somewhere else just for a quick second. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
so serene. And I remember one time I would go on a nature trail and then I would play my music. And I remember my friend said, "What's the purpose of you being on a nature trail if you're gonna be listening to Eminem?" And I was like, "Oh, you kind of got a point."
Yeah.
So I started
Yeah.
turning it off and it was like, listen to the nature. And
Mhm.
I'm like, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
Right.
it does make sense. But then again, listening to Eminem or Big Sean or whoever you're listening to, that would be a distraction of if you hear whoo like a
That's what I'm saying. Because if you've been
like
in
over
some
here
nature trails, if you've been in some
something.
nature trails, you be like, girl. And
Those
then
noises
some
in
of
the
the
song.
grass is so tall,
Mm-mm.
you don't know if some gonna jump out. You like, oh God. So yeah.
Yeah.
I put the Eminem on, let the animals know I'm a little. Don't play with me. They like, oh,
Um,
she's playing Eminem. Oh, don't play with her.
that'd
No,
be a
just
different kind of walk, okay? A different kind of walk.
now we're
Unfollow
gonna.
folks. Wait, I want to talk about can I do one more? Because you're about to
Yep.
get something else. Okay. So it said to unfollow folks. I
Oh,
agree. Because
I
social media
totally
should be
agree.
a productive, fun place. If you following
Definitely.
people or if you're friending people on Facebook and they bring nothing but stress, everything is like negative, then unfollow them because that's your choice.
I
If you
literally just
unfollow them if you don't
deleted
want
quite a
to.
few people.
And it's like it feels good when you just block someone.
It does. And my thing is, I don't make grand announcements. Oh, you're going to be removed. You're going to wake up tomorrow and it's going to say add friend. I don't do all of that. I just remove you and you gone. Like
Hmm.
we don't need to have a discussion. You know what I mean?
And I've been known to like hide people for 30 days too. Like I don't want to delete them completely, but I just need a 30-day break from you.
That's always a good one.
Hmm.
That's always a good one.
I really
Girl, let me put you on probation basically.
basically.
But that's a good one. I think you definitely should clean up your social media. And I remember I had a person. Now, I used to love to take social media breaks, but since we've been doing the podcast, it's been very difficult for me to
Uh-huh.
take breaks off of social media. But a friend of mine was like, I had to get off of social media because everything is just so negative. And I'm like, well, who's on your timeline?
Basically.
You control that.
Hmm.
So if everything is so negative, then you need to clean it up. You know, that's an inside job.
Simple as that. I agree.
It's an inside job. What's your other one, Tanya?
Ooh, and this is I'm good for this. Clean out your inbox. Like before I leave work every day, I take it down to zero. I like to start over fresh the next day.
I'm like
It
you,
happens
Tanya.
to me to get an attitude when someone sends me an email like 8:30 p.m. and I just so happen to see it. First of all, I'm wrong for looking at my email that late. Like, what? We off work right now. I'm like,
Right.
we're on Christmas vacation. I stayed so I could clean out my box so I could live free. Girl, when I was here, look at my phone and see that someone that email, I'm like, we're on vacation. I get an attitude. I'm like, I really shouldn't because I'm looking and I shouldn't look until we go back.
Right, right. They like, Tanya, come on now.
I mean, I know I need to. Some
But
days,
no, that's a really good one. I clean my inbox out all the time.
doesn't it feel good?
Yes, it does. And I really hate to see. I'm gonna tell you, somebody sent me a text message, right? And so I looked at the text message, they screenshot something for me, and I'm like, the only thing I see is that you literally got 33 unread messages. That was all I saw. And I know that's picky because it's not my message, but it was weird. Anyway, because that would have disturbed me. Just open them, you know.
No, oh my goodness. I mean, seriously.
You're not responding, just open them. So those are some great detoxing methods, along with the food to cleanse the body, to cleanse the mind
and the soul.
And the soul, yes, the spiritual part of it. And like I was saying, everybody have different, beliefs and religions. We're not trying to make anybody be Christian or Buddhist, but whatever you believe, the whole ideal is to just dial down. Just dial down, get in a quiet place, and meditate on some positive things.
Yes. Because I just thought about like detoxing technology. Because when you sent me that clip earlier, that guy needs to detox technology. That's how you gonna unplug somebody's oxygen machine to charge your phone. I mean, funny, not funny, right? Funny, not
okay. Funny. So what Tanya is referring to, I sent her a video of a guy who was he had on oxygen, and so he had basically went into he wasn't getting oxygen, basically. So he went into a panic attack. And so I don't know if it was his wife that came in to help him, but she was like, what is, she was freaking out. Well, come to find out, the son or somebody had unplugged his oxygen tank so they could plug up their phone
to charge their phone.
Right? I was gonna say, was it attempted murder?
I don't even think he may not even realize. He just realized his phone was dying.
It genuinely did look like he might have really just unplugged something and tried to plug up his phone. It did not look like he was. I think he was just as shocked as they were.
I know.
She was like, plug it back up. Plug it back. And then at the end, Taya, he was like, really?
No, he took his mask off like really?
Crystal, we gotta send it to you so you can see it. Yes. But
it was awful.
Okay. Yeah, awful. So listen. The Zen is, I'm just getting, there are tons
of make a Zen before she end this conversation.
Yes, we're gonna make you Zen.
Very dumb. He was dumb.
I'm gonna make I was gonna play some Zen music, but I wasn't sure if YouTube would block us out. So Angel say I can play some Zen non-copyright music. Maybe we can take one whole minute to Zen out on the podcast. But listen, two types of Zen. There are many types of Zen, actually. I just did the two major types. So one is called procedure, which is the normal breathe, eyes closed, focus, refocus your thoughts that try the negative thoughts that tries to enter. Now, transcendental is part of procedure, but it probably what my mother was talking about. It involves repeating a sound or a mantra, and it is the most popular of them all. So that is probably what my mother is looking at when she sees different things. You repeat these mantras effortless without forcing them, and most repeat this practice at least 10 to 20 minutes, and they do it twice a day. Now, I do mine in the morning. That helps me start my day off. So, since we are talking about the meditation, Tanya, did you have anything else to say for the meditation?
Not the meditation, no.
Or the detox?
The detox, girl, I have a few things.
Okay, let's talk about that, because we want to keep.
Did I say stop documenting everything? Because when you document everything, it kind of like take the pressure to perform off. I'm like, that makes sense. Because there are people that like document everything, every single thing from what they eat to when they leave the house, to what they wear when they leave the house, to when they arrive somewhere. And it does, if you stop doing that, it does take the pressure off.
It really does.
Unless you're trying to make money from it. I don't know what your purpose is. And then
Oh, that's
yeah,
good.
to detox by trimming your calendar, like trim your calendar down. So, and this works for me at work. I have pencil my own self in
Mm-hmm.
because if I don't put a block for what I want to do at work, it'll be filled up by what other people want me to do, and I'll
That's
just
smart.
meet. So, like, trim your calendar, and just say no. Just
I
say no.
love I
Just
love
say
saying
no,
no.
and clean out your contacts. Like I really sometimes I get
Mm.
so happy because I've had my Samsung and a few other phones and like the same phone number for years. But when you transfer from phone to phone, they keep
Sometimes,
downloading those contacts.
yeah,
And sometimes the contacts be there like 2 or 3 times. That is so much fun. Like when I say I'm going through the bees today, and I just regularly just
that's a
randomly
great idea though.
just go and delete and just clean up my contacts. It feels
I'm
great.
gonna tell you, I'm glad. Okay, so a short story on that context. I was really getting ready to. So when I transfer phones, for some reason, for the first time in history in Apple, my contacts all did not transfer.
Oh.
I don't know what happened. That's the first time it's ever happened.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna tell you why I think it happened because God knew. I went to go find somebody's number because I had some choice words for them and I couldn't find it. So I went through all my text messages, right? And I'm like, I know I text them right around September. So I'm going through there and I'm like, I wonder what happened to those texts. Well, they did not transfer over to the new phone. So I could not say what I wanted to say. So I'm like, that was God because I could not find them in sight. And the tripped out part is I even went to the inbox on Facebook where they first originally gave me the number and that was deleted. So I don't know. I probably deleted the whole thread because sometimes I'd be trying to clear up my phone. And it probably was something I didn't think I would need since I had
Mhm.
locked the number in. Yeah, that was all. That was all God
Yeah.
because those words I probably would end up eating later because I was heated in the moment. And once I had time to cool down, I was like, that was petty. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I know. It's like one of those things where you just keep typing, then you backspace it all out.
Yes. That's why I love that saying for Apple phone users. If you see those three dots pop up three different times and then they disappear, God was looking out for you. So if you're an iPhone user, them three dots is when somebody is typing.
Look, I'd be like, he be knowing. He be knowing.
Girl,
Yeah,
Lord, thank you, Jesus, because
I know.
I'm telling you that I was not going to be. Anyway, let's move forward because yeah, those contacts should be deleted. That's
Mhm.
a really good one.
Yeah. And then another way to purge or detox is to journal or to like vent in some type of way. And it could just be
Okay.
your safe space. So you may have a safe space at work, a safe space amongst your friends to like vent and just let it all out. And you know that it doesn't go anywhere past there.
That's
Or
good.
or journal,
Mhm.
write it down and just tuck that thing, hide it somewhere. And
So
maybe
y'all
tell
don't ever be thinking somebody might find y'all journal. Like
oh,
once
mhm.
no, go ahead. What were you about to say?
No, that's what I was going to say. And if something were to ever happen to you, you have to tell at least one person that may know everything about you,
Where
where
that
that
journal
journal
is?
is.
I know.
Because in
And
the
burn
wrong,
it, burn it.
burn it. Because in the wrong hands, somebody might be trying to dig you up. Get the
Burn that
other
journal, please,
burn it,
please,
burn
please
it,
burn it.
burn it.
I that's a really good idea. Another, and I know this is probably not thinking on the level of detoxing, but it is on the level of you saying to kind of get some things out. Now, when I'm working out, kickboxing is one of my favorite workouts. I'm telling you, when I get in a zone, whatever it is I'm thinking about, I put it in front of them gloves. I am not kidding. That really, really
Okay.
helps me. By the time I'm done with that workout, I didn't shifted my focus somewhere else because I didn't beat the bag. Chris was
Oh,
saying, Chris, she say I'm still old school. I keep a phone book and not all numbers that are in my phone is in it. Well, you can always burn it.
No, because she doesn't have all the phone numbers in her contacts, so she got to keep both of them. Was she saying? Did they steal my
Well, if
phone?
she get rid of, yeah, I guess if Crystal, she got a
No,
phone book.
Crystal probably had that thing for how
She
many
got,
years? So just tell us. I'm
girl, I
really.
found it yellow pages, and my daughter asked me what it was.
Oh,
She was
that's so
like,
sad.
what is that? I was like, what?
Yeah, they
What?
don't have a clue, girl. They
We
don't have.
used to have to look up a business and take your pick. But okay, Crystal, but I was playing about the burning part, but maybe you could use a black marker if it's she said forget.
Crystal, you know you had that phone book for many, many years. Oh my
So,
goodness! I just had this vision. My mother, Tanya, you gonna get my phone book? Well, she's about to call.
girl. And remember when they started getting fancy and had the Rolodex and you like,
Yes. Oh my goodness.
oh girl, couldn't tell us nothing. But listen, since we have stayed focused on all month, which is catch the vision, um, I was listening to the service today because I did not make it in person, but I did listen to the whole service online.
Mhm.
And one thing that he said today that stuck out with me because his message today was actually on vision too, was view your life with greater value. View your life with greater value. Catch the vision. You want some things in this life, you have to see it being done.
Mhm.
You have to want it, you have to go for it. This is your year of purpose. So we want to lay everything out. Like if it's something that you want to do, it is hard to do something without a plan, which is why we created the vision boards. And then it is hard to execute when you don't have a path. If you don't even know what path you want, you like, okay, I want $1 million. Well, what's your goal? How we gonna make this $1 million? I wanna lose some weight. What's the goal? I want to elevate my position at work. Then what's the goal? So in everything, whatever it is that you're trying to do, you have to stay on your path. You have to find out your path and find out your plan, and your passion.
Yeah.
What's your passion? Where's your heart at? Because everybody knows you are not going to put 100% in something that you really don't want to do.
That's true. Yeah, and it's yeah. You said like find your goal, but yeah, like you said, your process or your path to that goal, because you can say it all day long and go to sleep and think it's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen unless you.
Nah.
And I tell you what, and I'm so happy that I went and got a good glue stick and finished my vision board, because what it did, like when you do a vision board,
Mhm.
it kind of reactivates that childlike faith that we should have anyway.
It does. It
Because
really does.
I mean, because see, I have like my financial forecast on there. I have my 50 by 50 on there. I have
Is that the podcast? What is that?
where's what?
What's that in the middle?
Oh, this is Escalade right here.
Oh,
That's
nice.
the Escalade. And I found this. It's time to shine with the exclamation point and like do
Okay.
it big. Actually, that big Keela. I'm sorry, I cut up Big Sean's picture. 'Cause I needed,
Okay.
I
I
needed,
can.
I
The
needed that.
sad part is I got tons of pictures of Big Sean.
Oh,
So
good. I needed big to go right there. And and I have on here to give and everything because I already do that now. But I know that the more blessed I am with my financial forecast, the more I'll be able to give. You know.
yes, yes.
So, but seriously, it just like opened my eyes to the childlike faith that we may not even know that we still have locked up inside of us. So I want to
Mhm.
encourage you. I don't care if you 45, 60, 70, all the way, even if you're like 10 years old, to do a vision board. Because
Mhm.
it just really extended my faith.
It really does. And like you say, it keeps you focused.
It does.
So we kind of been slacking with the All the Way There podcast award. So I know that I have probably given her one many times, but this year I'm giving her one because I completely follow her page all the time. And y'all know I love me some Tabitha Brown. But she stays so focused on the detoxing, always talking about the positivity. Um, she's a very spiritual person. If you don't follow her, she is very spiritual and she is not ashamed to share her faith or her walk. She is definitely not ashamed of that. But it's always about keeping your inner peace. And I know a lot of people love to say, you got to be my peace, be my peace. I want peace. I got to find peace. And it's become so cliche-ish. Are you actually doing what it takes to create your peace? Because it's really not anybody else's job to create your peace. You have to create it yourself.
Yes.
So I don't care how much I ask Tanya, girl, be my peace for this podcast. There is nothing Tanya can do to be my peace if I do not have it within at all. It's just those are my issues, not hers. So at the end of the day, we're going to give that shout out to Tabitha Brown for being an awesome example, the eating right, the prayer and meditation, the positive words of affirmation. She always has something positive to send out to the world every day and to keep your mind focused on what's healthy and what's right. So shout out to Tabitha Brown, and I'm going to tag her in this, and hopefully we hear from her one of these days.
Yeah, she has tagged us back on things.
Yeah, she has. She has shared quite a few. So
too. Yeah, and I like her attitude too. When people try to come for her, I mean,
I'll be taking it personal. Like, first of all, she got lawyers who ain't been to school, but I will come for you. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been to law school, but I am coming to defend. So don't play with Tab. I know, right?
So well.
So Tanya, let's recap and give a challenge.
Oh, okay. I'm like, we recapping. Okay, I feel like I'm back in my classroom. Back. Well, you already know. Look over there in the comments and check out the foods that Keela posted. One of the key things that we talked about is like purging and just like clearing out everything and visualizing what you want. And one of the things I wanted to say too about purging is just let it go. Let it go. Because those people are not thinking about you. And if they're thinking about you, they'll have a heaven and hell to put you in. They're not going to cause you to lose any sleep or TV. So just let all those things go.
Exactly.
And the challenge for the week is, we know tomorrow is Martin Luther King's birthday. Well, his Martin Luther King Day. His birthday was actually on yesterday, January 15th. But in his honor, people are supposed to go out and do a dance service. So if you have it in you, if you have some time, I know it's COVID, mask up, go out and participate somehow in a dance service. And if you don't want to do that, then I'm just asking you to challenge you to just do something service oriented every day. If you can't take a day, then just every day do something nice for someone.
Yeah.
Just make a part of who you are. Hold a door. Give them $1 if they looking for 50 cents in their purse, and you got change in your purse. Give them the 50 cents so they don't have to break $1. I've done that to people because some people get so intense. I know I got 6 cents down in my purse because they don't want 94 cents worth of change. If you know you got it in your purse, call that service. Give them 4 cents.
Right?
Just help somebody out some kind of way. Carry their bags to the car. Well, I don't want to say that. Some people maybe not, but if you can, help somebody carry their bags to the car. Because Martin Luther King, he was a service guy. So, take a moment tomorrow just to acknowledge who he was. And one of the things I do want to talk about as far as Martin Luther King, because he was 39 when he was assassinated. And look at all the things that he did leading up to, where some of us, we might feel like, man, I'm just getting started and you 45. That's okay. Just get started, because you have to get started somewhere. And when you think about the people that Martin Luther King, Dr. King, surrounded himself with, surround yourself with people that are going to encourage you, and not just be your yes people, but be the people that tell you what's right and what's wrong. Because he has Abernathy, Benjamin Mays, Hosea Williams, even Harry Belafonte. Those are his boys. Yes. And now one of them, if you think about who they are, Hosea Williams took a beating and still got up and kept going. Yes. Nobody in his camp was like a yes person. Surround yourself with people that's going to give you like a reality check like they did with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I love it.
Celebrate his day tomorrow. Check your posse, check your crew, check your circle. Just as Martin Luther King had people that he edified and nourished, they poured into him, we poured into them. Our circle should be doing the same thing for us. So with that, Keela, anything else?
And and I know that everything is so social media driven. So if you can get a chance, put something out there about him. I feel like sometimes some of his stuff is just kind of dying because kids don't get to learn about him like we did. Like it was drilled in us
It was.
as children, and the kids don't talk about it like that. So share a post.
Yeah. Because if we didn't learn about anyone else, it was Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and maybe Harriet Tubman.
Yeah.
What else did they
Yeah.
drill in us?
That I mean, we learned about all of those, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's almost phasing out. I don't know if it's because we're not in school, but I didn't even see as many people share Martin Luther King posts this year as normally.
Oh
They
yeah.
share a quote or something to that nature, but even do that, just put it out there.
I changed mine the other day.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you?
My
I'll have
policy
to.
for him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I did hit your like button. Yeah. And then that's it. And we're still next week. I don't know. We got some good stuff. We're still on the Catch the Vision wave, and that's it. Do your meditation. We didn't do our 1 minute of meditation on here, but we're gonna trust that you're gonna do it. But listen to some good Zen music. Like, don't just put on anything. Get some flowing water, some birds chirping, something very serene and
So
calm
Cash
and
Money is not a
tranquil.
Zen song. Cash Money.
No,
Oh.
Cash Money. We not trying to be in the club on the poles.
But that
No.
might help me calm down, burn out some energy.
Yeah, well, not that
I'm
energy.
just
We'll
joking.
save that for another day.
Yes,
So
Crystal, Sydney too. Sydney as well. Rest in peace.
definitely,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a stand-up guy right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I want to read his book too because I heard it was excellent. Did you read it, Tanya?
No, not yet.
Okay, I want to read that. So, everybody, have an awesome week. Tanya
Yes.
gave you the challenge. Share some stuff on Martin Luther King. Let the people know that his dream does still live. And we hope you all have an awesome week.
Yes. Be
Share
safe.
the podcast as well because share it with your friends, and that's
Because
it.
we're 15 people away from 1,000.
Yes, we are
15. Help us get there, guys. Please.
15 people away from 1,000 followers. So
Oh,
yeah, share the
yeah.
post and say, go follow my friends.
Yes, they're so cool.
Help us out. Help us out. All right, guys. You guys have a good one.
Bye. Be safe. Be warm.
Yes. Because